I bought every cheap camping item on Amazon to see if I could survive 24 hours in the wilderness comfortably. In the backpacking world, you can spend pretty much money as you want on gear, but I want to find out if the cheap items are just as good as the expensive ones. So I went to Amazon and I found the 5 cheapest and most essential items for camping. These are the essentials. I got a tent, a sleeping pad, backpack, dry bags, and a cookware set. I'm gonna be putting all of these products through 5 challenges to see if it's actually worth buying for camping. My first challenge when it comes to camping is arguably one of the most important things when camping, and that is keeping all of your stuff dry. I hate being wet in general, and I definitely don't want to be wet while camping. So that is partly the reason why I spent a little bit of extra money on this tent, because it is fully water sealed. I don't have to do anything to it. But I'm gonna be putting those claims to the test. I'm gonna put all my gear inside of this tent and rain down on it with some water. Let's go ahead and simulate some rain here. Spray it in these seams. Seems to be beating off decently well. Let's go check inside to see if it's wet. Okay, wow, no water on the top. I was even shooting water into the seams and they still did not have any water. I would say that's a success. We're about 11 minutes away from the campsite, and yes, I have somebody joining me. All right, we made it to the campsite. For the second challenge is gonna be seeing how fast I can set everything up for camp. This spot over here looks to be the most flat area, and it looks like somebody had already had a fire over here, so we're gonna get that started back up. Why isn't the napkin line on fire? It looks like this is a nice area where we can set up camp. All right, I got my pack and timer starting now. So this thing has a foot pump. You have to pump it up with your foot. Okay, finally, the bed is done. That was the hardest part and most annoying part. Now, the last thing is the pillow. Honestly, the easiest part. I didn't really have a camping sleeping bag and it's gonna be pretty hot out today, so I just brought a smaller blanket. But I'm done. All right, camp is set up. All right, so I'm not sure how long that took. Editing Ryan will determine whether or not that was good or not. You took 12 minutes to set up camp. I would have liked to seen it within 10. Overall, I would say that the tent is a solid 9 out of 10. I did see a little bit of fraying by the zipper, just a couple loose threads, but I think I could just cut those off and be totally fine. Maddie's airing up her mattress right now. You didn't plug your sleeping pad, so how's the air supposed to stay in it? All right, get back to your CPR. Yeah, the tent is an overall 9 out of 10, but the sleeping pad, it does take a little bit of effort to actually fill it up. I would have rather had one where you blow up the bag and then you force the air from the bag into the sleeping pad. I think those ones work out a little bit better, require a little bit less effort, and I think that's what took the longest of setting up the campsite. I really like the dry bags. They keep everything organized. I have my blanket in one of the bags and then the food in the other. I'm getting pretty hungry, so I think the next logical thing to do is get some wood so we can start a fire. Gonna try to get the fire started. This will be the review of the $20 cooking set. Now let's hope that I don't blow up because, you know, this was $20 from China. Baby little sticks. Let's try to find as many little baby sticks as we can. It just doesn't light for long enough. Yeah, you can't turn it sideways. I told you.
I told you.
We got fire. Woo! We got fire. We got fire! All right, so we got a little bit of a fire going. It's a baby fire because we just couldn't find any sticks or anything, but our bread has proved about double in size. You're probably wondering where I got this bread from. Well, let me rewind a few hours when it was still light outside. And that brings us to the fourth challenge. In honor of the outdoor boys, I'm gonna be making campfire bread and honey butter. Okay, so this is everything we need to make the outdoor boys campfire honey butter bread. Butter, some water, honey, the bread mixture. So he just said to put some flour, yeast, salt, and sugar in a bag, then add water. Now I'm just gonna mush this up until we get a dough. All right, I'm just gonna let that sit and proof, and then we can cook it here in about an hour. All right, so we got a little bit of a fire going. It's a baby fire because we just couldn't find any sticks or anything, but our bread has proofed about double in size. So I'm going to attempt to make some bread and honey butter, but who knows how this is gonna turn out. To start off the honey butter bread, I had to put some butter into a pot, then drizzle in a little bit of honey. That's probably good. I was having a little bit of trouble actually cooking the bread, but eventually I got it figured out. All right, here we go. Oh, that is cooking good. That's not good. Bread is about to be burnt to a crisp.
Ooh.
Okay. It's not burnt yet. Now I tried to keep the bread on the lowest heat as possible until it was ready for the honey butter. Put the honey butter on the bread. Look at that. Oh, dripping honey butter.
Ryan, that's probably really hot.
Yeah, it's hot. I'm not joking. I need water. I would rate that 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10. That tasted actually so bad. Yoink. The bread was a total failure, but thankfully I actually came prepared for once, and I brought myself some ramen noodles to cook for dinner. All right, well, I would rate the cookware set a good 9 out of 10. I don't think you really have to buy anything more expensive because it worked exactly the way that it should have. You can cook ramen noodles in it. So yeah, I don't think you need anything more expensive. I'm gonna enjoy these ramen noodles.
Yeah.
We are tired. All right, we're gonna go to sleep. See you in the morning.
Stay fierce.
Come on out, Maddie. Good morning. This is my breakfast this morning, nice good old Slim Jim. Kind of forgot to bring food on the trip. I don't know why. I thought that I just didn't need food, but I got a Slim Jim and a Nature Valley granola bar for breakfast. The final challenge, and arguably one of the hardest things to do while camping, is gonna be catching a fish and cooking it. So I got my hand fishing rod right here, just a 2-piece 7-foot rod, and I got a little curly tail grub on the end of a Ned rig head. Gonna be putting this thing together, and let's go see if we can catch ourselves a fish. Trying to get out of the wind here. It's pretty windy right now. All right, I'm moving down a little bit farther. I'm trying to get out of the wind. Oh man, it's too windy. I think I'm calling it quits on the fish. Even though I failed the last challenge, I think I still proved that you don't need to spend hundreds of dollars to go camping comfortably.